Hey guys, it's Mr. Hale with part 2 of the air pressure video. In the last one, my lovely assistant Ryan here helped us out with the water in the cup demonstration. We talked about how the atmosphere is a blanket of gas that's pushing down on you, and that in our atmosphere there is about 15 pounds of air pressure per square inch. Now I have a balloon here and a Sharpie. I want to give you a quick illustration of something. So 1 square inch is a space about this big. I want to color that in so you can see it. A space about that big. That means at sea level, we have about 15 pounds per square inch of air pushing down on us at any given time. Now, right now, this is, of course, a partially inflated balloon, but this is just to demonstrate that there's air inside of the balloon and there's air outside of the balloon. Right now, the balloon is staying the same size because the air pushing against the outside of the balloon is pretty equal to the air pushing from the inside of the balloon. But what happens if I take that pressure away from the outside of the balloon? And my friend Ryan here is going to help me out with that. So Ryan, would you grab the jar for me, please? Let's see, let's put the balloon in the jar and put your safety glasses on, okay? Put your safety glasses up. Thank you. Since we are, all right, go ahead and put that in. Put on the safety glasses. All right, go ahead. Put that in.
Okay.
Yep, put it in. Push all the way in. There you go. All right, we got that in there. Now we're going to take, this is called a vacuum pump. And what this is, it's actually an automotive tool used for air conditioners and things like that. But what we're going to do is we're going to attach this to my homemade handy dandy vacuum chamber of science. And what's going to happen is when we turn this on, it's going to suck all the air out of the jar. So there won't be that 15 PSI pushing down on that jar anymore. In fact, it'll get much, much less than that. And let's see what happens when Ryan does that. Go ahead and turn it on. Watch the balloon, guys. Go ahead. What's happening to the balloon, Ryan? It is. Why is that happening, Ryan? You don't know? Well, Ryan said she doesn't know, but let's just stop and talk about it. Who out there in my viewing audience can explain why that got bigger? It's actually quite simple. We took the atmosphere away. That column of air pushing down on it, it was no longer pushing down because this took the air out of it. That means the pressure outside of the jar was greater than the pressure inside of the jar. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. Inside of the jar, there wasn't any air. And that air that was already inside of the balloon was less than the air on the outside of it. Therefore, it could push out and get bigger. So let's try that with another fun thing. It's partly why I asked Ryan to come join me here, because her intense love of marshmallows. The child is a little crazy about them. So we have to hide them because otherwise they'll all get eaten. And when it comes time to make s'mores, we're in trouble. So let's see what happens here. Now, here's a good trick for you, Ryan. If you want to make it look like you have not been eating the marshmallows, here's what you can do. You can trick your mom. I'll know what's up, but she may not. All right? So let's see what happens here. So we put these marshmallows in the jar. We put these marshmallows in the jar. Boy, it looks like they're almost gone. Oh no, Mom and Dad are going to get mad at me for eating all the marshmallows. All right, let's see what happens, Ryan.
I don't know where this is.
Turn on the vacuum pump. See what happens. Look at the marshmallows in the jar. I'm going to push that up. See what's happening to them?
They're getting bigger.
All of the
air.
air.
All of them. Oh my God, they're now humongous.
Well, you're about to be real disappointed. Now, what's happening here is those marshmallows, it's pulling all the air out of the jar, but also out of the marshmallows. That's what makes them fluffy. Watch what happens, though, when I let the air back in. You're up for big disappointment, folks.
Ah!
Isn't that crazy? Yeah. So what happened is there was little air pockets inside those marshmallows where the air could expand because the pressure became less because we took the air pressure out of the jar. But when we let the air back in, guess what? Well, those air pockets are now collapsed. And, well, don't tell your mother. That
I don't.
they go back and they're even smaller than they were when they started. So unless you have a vacuum chamber and you can seal it off really tightly, I don't recommend
And also yummy.
trying that trick at home. All right, guys. Hey, thanks for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it at home, and I'm looking forward to maybe coming at you. She's enjoying eating marshmallows. Hopefully, I'll be coming at you with a few more of these types of demonstrations in the near future. I'm just not figuring out this whole video thing. So anyway, thanks, guys. Miss you. Stay safe. Stay healthy. Hail family out.